In times of uncertainty, money searches for shelter. Records were not just broken, they were erased.
Fear turned into certainty.
One announcement changed the interpretation. Prices fall faster than they rose. The shock spread everywhere.
The rise had gone too far.
Excess fades, scarcity remains.
ツマンおじ今日のニュースを読みます。BBC Gold and silver prices plunge after Friday losses by Peter Hoskins and Nick Edser. February 2nd, 2026. Gold and silver prices have continued to fall after a dramatic reversal of a rally that had pushed the precious metal to record highs. In Asia trade on Monday, spot gold prices fell more than 9% to $4,403, £3,222 an ounce, while silver slumped by 15% to less than $72 an ounce. Prices had hit fresh record in January as investors parked money in so-called safe haven assets due to geopolitical uncertainties. Market had also been worried about the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve, but metal prices fell in Friday after President Donald Trump nominated Kevin Warsh, a former central bank governor, to be its new chair. The naming of Warsh was welcomed in general by the financial markets, and the dollar rose by 1% on Friday against a number of currencies. While the dollar ticked up, the spot gold recorded its sharpest one-day drop since 1983 with a fall of more than 9%, while silver plunged 27%. The clear catalyst for Friday's sell-off appears to be a news that Kevin Warsh had secured the nomination for Federal Chair, said analyst at Deutsche Bank. As well as a continued sell-off among the commodities on Monday, Asian stocks also fell, with South Korea's benchmark Kospi leading losses as it dropped by more than 5%. Elsewhere in the region, the Hang Seng in Hong Kong dropped 3%, and Japan's Nikkei 225 was more than 1% lower. In Europe, the UK's FTSE 100 index drops 0.4% at the start of trade, but mining companies sold sharp falls. Shares in Fresnillo and Endeavour Mining were both down by about 7%. In global energy market, the price of crude oil fell more than 5%. This is attributed to a number of factors, including major oil producers agreeing to keep output unchanged and signs of the escalating tensions between the US and Iran. The rise in the value of the US dollar may also have had an impact, as the oil price is denominated in dollars, and it makes it more expensive for non-US buyers. Precious metals had a blockbuster year in 2025, with gold seeing its biggest annual gains since 1979. While financial markets spooked by concerns including Trump's tariffs and fears that artificial intelligence-related stocks were overpriced, gold and silver repeatedly hit new record high. Gold peaked about $5,500 at the end of January this year, while the silver also hit an all-time high of more than $120. Wall Street analysts expected the Fed to cut interest rate at least twice in 2026. Gold tends to be seen as a more attractive investor when interest rates are low. One of the biggest appeals of gold is its relative scarcity. Only around 216,265 tons of metal have ever been mined, according to the World Gold Council Trade Association. Gold's recent run began a few years ago when the central banks began buying more bullion. But over the past year, the uncertainty caused by geopolitical events such as U.S. tariffs has increased gold's appeal. While economic worries can have pushed up the value of gold, prices can just as easily fall when those concerned ease or investors feel the gains has been overdone. Mark Matthew, head of research for Asia at Bank Julius Baer, told Reuters that one of the likely explanations for sharp falls of past couple of days is that the precious metals prices collapsed simply because they had already gone parabolic in the previous week. Once private taking started, it just snowballed. 이죠です。